Hey guys, welcome to a new vlog. I feel like things are gonna feel very scattered because I feel very scattered right now. It's actually New Year's Day when I'm filming this, and we have done a whole lot of nothing all week. I did work a few days, but it was very slow because it's the holidays and no one else was doing anything. And today, I feel like I need to start taking down the Christmas decorations, but I don't feel like I'm ready for it. I've also been thinking about tons of different projects that I want to do, and I feel all over the place about that. What I'm thinking in terms of the Christmas decorations is like, I still kind of like this greenery. It feels wintry, but I think that I'm going to take the tree down. At least in here, I'm still really enjoying the bedroom one, so I don't know. I think I might start with this one. I also really want to do a huge deep clean. I feel like my closet needs a deep clean, so I can donate some stuff that I'm not using. The whole house is literally a disaster, and that's why I'm not filming anywhere else, because if I like pan down for a minute, you would see the mess that is absolutely everywhere. But anyways, Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas break, and I'm gonna show you some of the stuff that I've got, and we'll start taking down the Christmas decorations together. My dupe slash Gucci inspired purse arrived, and I really, really like it. Like I think I said in my other video, it doesn't say Gucci anywhere, so that's why I felt okay about it, because it's, you know, inspired by. The only thing that I can notice that is probably different than the real one is that this is reversed, based on what I've seen in pictures, and the stitching might be a little bit larger, but it is genuine leather. And it feels good quality, so I'm pretty happy with that, because whenever I spend a lot of money on a purse, I end up not using it, so I'm happy to be able to just have this and not worry about it. Another thing that I got, one of my Instagram friends, Jill, she was at Target in the US because she has family there, and I said, hey, can you see if you can find those dollar spot wreaths? And she managed to find 4, and then she shipped them to me. They came a few days ago, so just after Christmas, but they were from Target. I think they were $3 each. This is how it looked when it came, but I kind of like bent the branches in a little bit to make it look fuller, but I'm excited to use those in decor next year. They do feel really good quality, not that any of us can get them because they were not online, they were in-store only, but pretty pumped about that. Another thing that I'm excited about is that I found an Etsy seller in Canada that sells rub and buff. I think it's $6.99 per little bottle, which isn't too bad. So I ordered those, and those came, and I was slightly nervous because it's Etsy seller versus, I don't know, a general website, and I thought, why was Etsy selling this? But they came, and they are great. I think, so they were $6.99 per little tube, and then I think the shipping was around $6 or $7.99 total. So it's definitely more expensive than getting it in the US, but that is impossible for a lot of us. So I will link this below in case you were looking for some rub and buff. This is what I use on a lot of things to make it look more like metal. So I think these came in gold, but I made them a little more gold. And that's what I used to do it. So I will link these, as well as like the tutorial that shows the different colors and things like that that my friend Callie sent me. Other than those few little bits and pieces, we have the treadmill now up and running, which was a Christmas gift, and then mostly the other stuff for Christmas was just money to put towards other home projects and stuff, which is exactly what we wanted. And what we generally do is when we purchase something, we then send a little note to my parents or whoever to say, hey, this is what we use the money for, which is really nice. So it was a nice Christmas. We rapid tested, and all of our family rapid tested before we gathered, and we're over, I think we're 5 or 6 days later now, and we're all good. So that is a great feeling, because that was something I was super nervous about leading up to Christmas. But anyways, I guess today, look at all the mess, oh my goodness. let's work on tidying and taking down the tree and things like that, which is super sad. I posted this to stories as well. I bought an ornament bag on Amazon. So I'm gonna set this up and then we can start putting away some ornaments. We do have a small ornament box, but because of all of those Balsam Hill ornaments that I got, I think I need to get something bigger. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, I bought a gimbal, which is like a device that you put on your phone that steadies the video, which I should be using now so it's less shaky. So I'm gonna grab that. So here is this thing. It looks like a selfie stick, but it is battery powered. So the little thing that holds the phone is supposed to adjust so that the video is not shaky. I don't know if that's true. I'm moving around a lot so we can see, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure that it works yet, but I guess we will find out when I'm walking around showing you guys things. It's definitely gonna be annoying because the fact that I like to video on my phone is based off of convenience. I don't think it would be nearly as convenient if I filmed on a camera. I think it would be a lot more annoying and I would film a lot less. So I'm worried that this is going to be very similar because it's another gadget that I have to like go and get out. But I'm hoping that the video is a little bit better for you guys and less shaky overall. This is how things are going right now. He looks pretty comfortable. Now I'm working on taking some of the stuff out of here. I don't think too much is gonna go. I might leave the little bottle brush trees, potentially even the wreath, but the sparkly trees are gonna go, and probably the woodlands animals and that bell. As well as like the stuff on the table, as well as the fact I added a leaf for Christmas and I'm gonna take that leaf out and I'm gonna take the greenery down, mostly just because it will look funny without the bow, so I think the whole thing just should go. The kitchen isn't actually in terrible shape just because we've just been doing nothing all week. So I have lots to tidy up in here, lots of Christmas chocolate, cookie tins, shoes, lots of bad things. So I feel like this is gonna take a little while. I spent the most of the day taking down decorations, but I did not take down the bedroom tree. Decided to leave that up a little longer. I had to get a new range extender for the TV in here and it's been working okay. I haven't done any like further setup just because I'm nervous that it's gonna fail again, but so far so good. And you can spy the new curtains, which I'll show you a little bit more of in daylight. In daylight, I can show you the curtains a little bit better. So I'm gonna link these for you. They were kindly gifted to me for an Instagram post, but you can see they're like a linen-y texture. They've got this window pane pattern in them. I need to give them a steam, but they are perfect length for here. They are, I think they're dimming ones. They're not complete blackout. So you can see like a little bit of light shines through. So I think the backing that I had on the old ones that was blackout, I might use here. But there has been some talk about potentially taking these down to the kitchen and removing the chairs from the kitchen, So I'm not 100% sure about that, but really loving how those look in here. They add like so much warmth to the room. So I'm really, really happy with that. So I think one of my goals is number one, to go through these closets and get rid of stuff and donate. And same with the closet over here, which I'm not going to show you because it's a humongous mess right now. It was kind of the place where I shoved stuff over the holidays. And then I'm trying to figure out this situation because the TV is way too small to be on this wall alone. It just looks a little bit silly. So I was wondering about layering this print beside it. I don't know if you guys follow Jillian Harris, but she sometimes layers her prints on her fireplace, and I actually like it. Or if I do a little bit of like a gallery wall with different size prints all around it. So I'm trying to figure out that. And then this wall where the dresser is in Lily's bed, I want to put something here. So I'm thinking of maybe shifting the dresser over a little bit, having a full-length mirror that isn't humongous there, and then maybe having some art or something above. I'm not positive, but thought I would tell you what I'm thinking on that. I gave that tripod gimbal thing another go today, and I just cannot get it to work, so I think I'm gonna return it, either get another one or try again. I'm not sure, but super frustrating, unfortunately. So I apologize for shakiness, but I thought I would show you how everything's looking now that the Christmas decor is down, and honestly, I think it's a little bit depressing, and we even spoke about potentially putting the tree back up just for the lights, but probably won't. But anyways, let me show you. I'll also say that I've put away decor, but I haven't finished cleaning and organizing, so sorry. I left this greenery because I think it's just nice. I don't think it's necessarily Christmas. I probably need to put this away. It's a little wing tray. I left the garland here for now because it's just, you know, winter greenery, but I'm sure it will come down eventually. I did leave the garland on the mantle, but I switched the direction that it was going. I think one of my goals, I mean, this has been the goal for over a year now, I feel like. I want 2 armchairs for here that are relatively small that could be used as captain chairs for the dining table if we had company, but are small because anything pretty much over 28 inches is just so big, it just feels awkward in this space. And then I would really love to put a little table here. Maybe even the table in the front would go here as like a little desk. Probably with one of these below it or a basket or something like that. And then when we do get the chairs, I think these will go elsewhere. They're good for now, but don't necessarily work. I don't think I mentioned this to you, but now we're potentially talking about getting some blinds to put here so we can leave the curtains open and use this table at night, and then maybe style it a little bit different. And then I think this chair will probably go maybe up into the bedroom or into the second floor spare room. I didn't really do much in the dining room. Even in the time lapse, looks like I did nothing, but I just took out some wintry things from in the bookcase. Ooh, I'd also really, really love to get a picture light for above here. When I had the greenery here, I felt like it looked more complete. So I want to get a picture light for there. I did find a battery operated one, but apparently you have to like actually push the button to turn it on. And I thought that would be a bit challenging. It was also kind of pricey. So now I'm thinking of a plug-in one, but I don't want the kind that like hangs on the picture. I want it to be up above, like the one in the kitchen. Also, I kept these mice out. I don't know why they're here, but I just thought it was funny. So this is the one I got for Chris, if you remember that story. And then my mom got me one because when we were in the store, when I was getting Chris's, I wanted a little designer mouse. If he got a little surgeon mouse, I wanted a designer mouse. And there was nothing of the sort, but she got this one with a little flower, and I thought that was pretty cute as like a designer one. I don't know, they're a little sweet. Someone, I think my sister's partner, said that it reminded them of Dinner for Schmucks, which is sad, but I think they're pretty sweet, so I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but I'm trying to keep them away from Finn for now. But I like my little mice. I need something different for here. that needs to go away, but I just haven't figured that out. I actually have been kind of daydreaming about putting something here. I'm going to put my inspo picture up on the screen, which is 100% an entryway, and this is not an entryway, but basically there would be something that would end at the top of the stairs here, go across and have a little shelf with maybe some hooks. And if you were here for the car story where someone broke into our backyard and broke into the car, because they were able to steal our key fob signal, we now have a special box and you're not supposed to keep it near the doors still. So then we could have a little ledge for the box to sit on. So that's an idea. But also, because this is glass, I've been thinking about putting some sort of like gallery wall here. So it would be like the little hook area and then a gallery wall. But I don't know if that makes sense because you'd be staring at it from our dining room. So I'm not sold on it yet. Then in the kitchen, I still need to find a spot for the air fryer. I think I have one. It just involves like more labor than I feel is worthwhile right now. I left this little tree out because it makes me happy. There's the Faraday box that I was talking about that you keep the key fobs in. So you can still see it's messy in here. See how the sconce is mounted above the picture? That's kind of what I'm thinking of for the other room. You can see I left greenery here, and then I left that up because I really like it. So I decided those were kind of like wintry and I could keep those a little bit longer because they don't necessarily scream Christmas, especially considering I took away a lot of the red stuff. Also, you can see I didn't take down the 3M stickies yesterday. I just was working on taking down stuff for so long that I ran out of steam. But I think that picture's probably gonna stay there for now, and I think these two need to slightly move up. But I do really like those, and I really like this print. It's very similar to another one I have. So I'm enjoying those. Something else needs to go here. And I think I just mentioned that we were potentially talking about taking the curtains from the bedroom and putting them here, which would mean that that would be a little bit too much window pane pattern. So then these would maybe go to the living room, but I think they're too big. So I don't know, just telling you all of my thoughts and ideas, and yeah. I also wanted to show you something my dad made for all of the ladies for Christmas. I was asking him about a cutting board that I have. Actually, it's here. I'm gonna return it now, but I bought this from HomeSense, but I thought that the pattern on it was just, like, it's just much darker than I wanted. So I was asking him, you can see I still got the tags and stuff on it. It was a good price from HomeSense, but anyways, it was a bit bigger than I wanted and too dark. So I was asking him about it when he was here, and then he said he could make them and made everyone one. So it's really, really nice of him. I'm hoping it does get a little darker with age, and I'm sure it will. But I really like that. And I'm hoping that if I keep that here, when there's toast making going on, it will save my countertops from all the crumbs because I can easily move this. And I like my little butter dish here, which my family said looks like the Madonna boob or something like that. I don't know. But slowly working away on changing things. I was feeling that this was quite cluttered with that, so I've moved that over there for now, but I don't think that's a good place for it permanently, so my dough bowl will have to find a new home. Chris and I weren't really doing gifts this year. I mean, I think we consider ourselves very lucky that we live such a privileged life. And while I try to do a lot of work myself to save us quite a bit of money, it helps us buy things when we want to. So at Christmas, I just didn't feel like it was necessary for us to be buying things. But we did get some things for each other that were little. And one of the things he got me was this little Nick sensor. And when he was in university, he had to do this capstone project. And he said that one of the years ahead of him, this was their project. But this group created this little device. And the idea is that it will tell you what color something is. So if I put this on my wall, it would tell me the color it is or suggest some similar colors. And he thought it would be a useful little device to have. So we've been playing around with it, joking about like we were putting on our skin, but obviously it picks up the pigment under the skin as well, so it doesn't work well for that. But we were doing it to the cats, putting it on random things. So I'm gonna test it out with some touch-ups in rooms where we didn't necessarily know the perfect paint color. So that should be fun. So I will link that for you guys if you think that is a cool little thing to have. I'm not actually sure how useful it'll be in design life, just because when you're working with a client, you're suggesting a different color than what they have normally, not really touching up something, but you never know. And as he said, it could help when you're doing like renderings on the computer, because you could have a sample and take the electronic color from that sample and put it into your rendering so that it looks more realistic. So we'll see how that comes in handy. One last thing that I thought I would mention, I feel like I've recently talked about this, but I've been considering what to do with our third floor rooms. One's going to be a bonus room and one's going to be like a guest room / office for me. And I've been recently thinking about working on the guest room / office, but the guest room portion and making it kind of like a challenge, and setting like a price limit of like a $100 refresh or something like that. Maybe not that extreme, because I do want to buy a light that will definitely be more than $100, but I have some great ideas. And while I've been working on the bedroom refresh, which is kind of like almost there, and thinking about the bathroom, which I also have an idea I've been toying with. I'll just put my inspo on the screen. I'm now thinking that that would be kind of a fun and interesting project, especially for people to watch on Instagram, and maybe for you guys, because I have some really great ideas on how I could refresh that room pretty inexpensively. So we'll see what I go for next. I feel like very scattered because I have lots of ideas of what I want to do, but the follow through is what's stopping me, because I like have all these ideas, but I'm like, okay, but to actually go through with them and be so, like, I have to be very, very committed and into it to actually follow through with it. So I feel like that's why I'm scattered, because they're all quite small projects. Anyways, we'll see what happens. You guys will be the first to know. But I definitely need to like just kind of pick one and go for it. So need to get moving on that. I'll also just quickly mention the car thing. I'm feeling a lot better about it, but when I posted on Instagram, I was pretty shaken. So Chris got an alert at like 5 a.m. that his credit card had, they thought there was fraud on it and it had been locked. And it had been been used on an ESO. So I logged on to his banking in the morning when I got up, and there were 2 transactions from a place I didn't recognize. So I locked his card again, and then later in the day we called about it. But when he was coming home that night, I was getting motion alerts from me opening the fence for him to come and park, and I was like, oh, there's like a lot of motion alerts. So I go back, and at 3 a.m. that previous night, someone came into our backyard where we park, which is like fenced in. I feel like it looks like a fence unless you know what you're looking for, and then it's a sliding barn door. And they managed to get into our car, which auto locks, so it wasn't open. And there's this new crime where people walk the streets with this device trying to pick up car fob signals. And when they get the signal, it allows them to, I guess, amplify or boost it to open that car. And the only times I've heard of this is when someone's car is actually being stolen. So that's quite scary. Luckily, whether or not our car is not worth anything to them, or where we park is honestly very difficult to get out of, and I've never done it. I always get Chris to do it because it just makes me nervous. Maybe that's why they didn't steal it, because it wasn't a quick getaway. But anyways, they took his credit card, which he keeps in the car just to pay for gas, because a lot of gas stations don't take tap at the pump, which we have on our phones. And also, we haven't had the car very long. You guys remember the car shenanigans. He opened the back of the car, and I had put a bag of like car stuff in there. I did a big purge of what was in our old car, and he took the battery booster that was a gift. Not a big deal. We never used it. So he took that and then left, but he was very calm, came in, did it, and left. So that obviously made me quite nervous. We're going to get the car key reprogrammed tomorrow or the next day. We have a special box now that I will link below that basically blocks someone from doing that to our car again, from stealing the signal. And we are now locking our fence all the time, which, I mean, someone could still hop it, but it's a deterrent in my opinion. Anyways, Instagram was very interested in it. I'm not sure if you guys saw it there. A lot of people reached out, which was very sweet, but thought I would tell you that just in case you were unaware that this is a crime, so you can prevent it from happening to you. I think I need to wrap things up because this has been a lot more rambling and talking than I had planned to do, but I guess it's a good way to start off the new year, telling you some of the smaller plans and ideas that I have for the new year. I definitely don't have any like huge renovation room house goals, kind of more go with the flow, but definitely things that I want to finish off and work on to make the house feel more complete. So hopefully we will get to do that this year. But thank you for all of your love and support in 2021. I really appreciate it. And here's to hoping that 2022 is even more exciting and big around here. I'm hoping because things with Instagram and TikTok as well as YouTube are going pretty well, that we'll have some more exciting opportunities this year that I'll get to share with you. But Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas break and you had a little bit of time off. And I can't wait to see you back next Sunday for another new vlog.